We're with the Bring Them Back campaign, trying to bring back people who were deported by ICE. Do you support that?
Sure, yeah.
Can we get your signature real quick?
I'm not a DC resident, though.
That's okay. We're just
Maryland resident.
American citizens is who we need.
I'm an American citizen.
Okay. Try not to drop that. There you go. There's the pen.
And what do you just need?
Just a name and signature, yes. It's a little bit messy there, but specifically we're trying to bring back Pedro Ovando Guido. And we do have to tell you that he was convicted of sexual abuse, assault, and has two DUIs. But we think he deserves a second chance to come back to America. Is that all right?
Say that again now?
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. Today, guys, we're back again with a new video. Today, we're going to be checking out accent anti-ICE laborers. Okay, this is going to be good. I would love to check it out with you guys. Let's get into today's video. Is about accent anti-ICE laborers if they will accept illegal violence, illegal aliens to the house, if they will live with them. So I'd love to check it out with you guys. Let's get right into today's video, guys.
A quick question. We're trying to get back undocumented people who were deported by ICE. Do you support that?
Of course I do.
Can we get your signature real quick? We're part of the Bring Them Back campaign. Specifically, Darwin Vasquez Ramos, who was deported in Maryland this week. And I do have to tell you, he was convicted of third-degree sex offense, but we think he deserves a second chance.
Okay.
Could we just get your signature? And what do you think about what's going on with ICE right now?
Well,
It's
it
just
upsets me
deciding.
very much. It's we don't look like our country anymore.
This is when the
We don't
problem
look
we
like
have
our
in
country.
America, guys.
Yeah.
If you support bringing him back to the U.S., he needs a place to stay. Could he come and stay with you?
No, I don't have any place for him to stay.
You don't?
But you have my
Oh.
signature.
Okay, thank you.
This is crazy.
We're just trying to get bring back people who were deported by ICE, undocumented people, to get them back to America. Could we ask you for your signature of support?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I live in Tacoma Park, Maryland, and I'm involved in a group that's doing that every day.
Specifically, Darwin Vasquez Ramos, who was deported, he was arrested in Maryland by ICE. We do have to disclose, though, he was convicted of third-degree sex offense, but we think he deserves a second chance to come back to America. Right?
You know, hypothetically, yes, but
You want to bring him back?
I want to bring everybody back that's been improperly detained or
It's absurd,
arrested.
guys.
I mean, ICE is not obeying the law. It's unconstitutional.
Should we bring back convicted sex offenders, though, that were deported?
That's a harder question for me.
Okay.
I'm
Well-
just going to say it's hard for me. I can't say yay or nay. I can only say it would. If I were in a jury, it would depend on the circumstances. I got to get in this car.
Okay, I don't want to hold you up.
My lift.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Can we ask you a quick question? We're with the Bring Them Back campaign, to bring back people deported by ICE. Do you support that? Can we get your signature real quick? Is that all right? Thank you. Here you go. Specifically, we're trying to get back Pedro Joaquin Ovando Guido, who was deported this week. And I do have to disclose, he's a sexual abuser and committed assault and has 2 DUIs, but we think he deserves a second chance, or maybe a third or fourth chance.
Why him versus other people?
Well, just because he was one of the most recently deported people. We're just getting the most recent in the area. No? Why don't you want him? Okay. We're with the Bring Them Back campaign, trying to bring back people who were deported by ICE. Do you support that?
Sure, yeah.
Can we get your signature real quick?
I'm not a DC resident, though.
That's okay. We're just
Maryland resident.
And anyone
American
who's saying that
citizens is
against
who we need.
I'm
America.
an American citizen.
okay. Try not to drop that. There you go. There's the pen.
And what do you just need?
Just
My
a
signature?
name and signature, yes. It's a little bit messy there, but specifically we're trying to bring back Pedro Ovando Guido. And we do have to tell you that he was convicted of sexual abuse, assault, and has two DUIs, but we think he deserves a second chance to come back to America. Is that all right?
Say that again now?
So he was deported this week. He was a sexual abuser. He committed assault and has 2 DUIs.
Guys, I mean, I do think that people ought to be able to come back, but just not the criminals. Just deport all the criminals. I think that's the wise thing to do, right?
Well, 80% of those deported by ICE in 2025 had criminal charges.
Criminals.
Say again?
80% of those deported by ICE in 2025 had criminal charges.
Well, I'm not talking about just any criminal charges. I'm talking about things like murder, serious things that.
Burglary, drug abuses, or drug charges.
I'm not even so concerned about drug charges. I'm concerned about did he or she hurt somebody else, hurt a citizen? It doesn't matter who it is. Did they hurt anybody? If they hurt somebody, take their asses, wherever. Okay. But if they didn't hurt anybody, let them stay.
What if they broke our immigration law? They came across the border illegally.
Well, that's a misdemeanor, and I think we can work with some of those people. We can work with some. We can work with some. If they come here, they're not criminals. They're just trying to live their lives. You would do it, and you would do it.
So you're only talking about 20% of those deported by ICE. 80% of them have pending criminal charges or convictions.
Well, again, it depends on what we're talking about. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
If they hurt somebody, then they need to be deported. If they didn't hurt anybody, let them stay.
Well, we're trying to bring back Omar Barajas Arenas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He was convicted of kidnapping and drug possession, but we think he deserves a second chance.
Okay.
So can we get your signature to bring him back?
I'm not sure on this specific case, so I don't want to convince you.
You don't want to bring
I'm sorry.
somebody who kidnapped somebody?
No.
Okay.
I just don't know about this specific one, and I don't have the time to look into it right now. But
Okay.
I appreciate what
No
you guys
problem.
are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We're trying to bring back people who were deported by ICE. Can we get your signature for our petition? Oh, thank you so much. Here you go. And here's the pen. Sorry. Specifically, we're trying to bring back Omar Barajas Arenas. We have to tell you, though, he was convicted of kidnapping and possession of drugs. But is that okay? Like, can we still want to get him back?
Okay, yeah.
I think he deserves a second chance, right?
Of course, we all do.
Would you be able to take him in? Like, if he comes back, we get him back? You wouldn't be able to take him in? Okay, no problem. Specifically,
problem
we're trying
we
to
have
get
in
back
America,
Darwin
guys.
Vasquez Ramos. He was deported in Maryland this week. And we do have to disclose, he was convicted of third-degree sex offense, but, he deserves a second chance, we think. Right?
Yeah, I agree. What can you take them in?
Yeah, are you able to, so if you agree that we should bring him back, can you take him in when we finally get him back?
Here
Would you be able to, house him for a while?
I'm not sure. I think I'm actually running late for a meeting.
Oh, okay. Don't want to hold you up. Thank you.
Hypocrite.
We're trying to bring back people who were deported by ICE, undocumented people. Do you guys support that? Yeah. We're just trying to raise awareness and get as much signatures as we can today.
But you are not Americans.
That's
It's
okay. Yeah. Here you go. It'd be great if we can get yours too. Specifically, we're trying to get back Darwin Vasquez Ramos right here, deported by ICE in Maryland.
But who are they? Who are he? Who is he?
He was deported by ICE in Maryland this week.
Yeah, but why?
Well, because he entered the country illegally, and he was convicted of third-degree sex offense too. But we think he deserves a second chance.
Okay.
Oh, you guys don't want him?
I prefer to not sign.
Why don't you want him back?
No.
We're trying to bring back specifically Darwin Vasquez Ramos, who's right here. He was deported this week in Maryland. Now, I do have to disclose that he was convicted of third-degree sex offense. But we think he deserves a second chance, right?
That's kind of a hard one.
Kind of a hard one?
Yeah, sorry.
But do you still support bringing him back?
That's kind of a hard one with the sex offense.
Oh, maybe. Okay. All right.
Do I support ICE?
No. Bringing back people who were deported.
Yeah.
Could we get your signature with the Bring Them Back campaign? Here you go. We're trying to bring back people who were deported. Specifically, Luis Amingan Dominguez. He was deported this week by ICE. And I have to tell you that he was convicted of second-degree assault, but we think he deserves a second chance.
Okay.
And
anyone who signed
if
out
you
is against
so
America,
graciously
guys.
support bringing him back, would you support taking him into your home so he can stay with you when we get him back?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have strangers in my house.
But what, he can't come back if he doesn't have a place to stay.
No, I'm sorry, I don't have strangers in my house.
Okay. Omar Barajas Arenas, we're trying to get him back. He was deported this week by ICE. And we do have to tell you, have to disclose he was convicted of kidnapping and drug possession. but we think he deserves a second chance to come back to America.
So he said it again now?
He was convicted of kidnapping and drug possession before he was deported. But, you know, he was deported by ICE. I mean, he was probably targeted by, like, the color of his skin, you know?
Before. So here's a quick question.
Yeah.
Before he was deported, was he already convicted of something? Like, was it a targeted person? Like they say, we're coming in for him, or did they like just grab somebody and say, let's see what happened with you? You know what I mean? Like,
he was convicted of kidnapping and drug possession.
He was convicted of kidnapping where?
Here in America.
Okay.
And he entered the country illegally.
So he did. So first he entered illegally. Then he was convicted. So then where did they get him from? Did they let him out after he got convicted?
Well, that happens a lot of times. That does actually happen a lot.
You just walked up and down the street. I'm just trying to logically follow and trying to understand. I can't try to hold court case in 20 seconds.
No, of course not. That's not what I'm asking.
But no. But I'm trying to be logical. I'm trying to be logical. And I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yep.
And I'm thinking about it logical. So he entered the country.
Yes.
I don't know how he got here, what happened there. I don't know about a stat. Once here, then he did.
Yes, convicted of kidnapping and drug possession.
So he was convicted in a court.
Correct.
And then after being convicted in the court and after whatever,
he was deported.
Supported meaning?
Deported.
Oh, deported. So he was deported from like the jail or from being detained? Or did he get out and then they found out and they arrested him one day and say, hey, you're the guy that last week was down in Florida and you got this in this case?
So is there, what's the distinction there to you? What if I told you 80% of the people deported in 2025 by ICE had criminal charges or convictions?
Wait, if
according to the New York Times.
Okay, right. So the reason and what they did to get them, like, did he, and I don't know the answer, did he have any sort of pay or restitution that he was supposed to, like, hey, you're convicted of drug possession because you picked up that cannabis in a state that didn't have a free cannabis rule, and now because of drug possession, you're convicted for 30 days, and then he do his 30 days and they let him go.
But also kidnapping. Kidnapping as well.
Right, and then I would have to know. So I would have to. I would probably.
You're not his lawyer.
I know I'm not his lawyer, but you're asking me a question, and I'm trying to be honest. And that's I think what's happening in America. People not spending enough time to be honest and to listen to the whole thing. Because when you first talked to me, I gave you an answer. Then we started talking. I was like, whoa.
Well, I told you what his rap sheet was.
And then we start going a little bit. What about the president of America? What
about him?
What does this rap sheet look like? Should that person have been elected?
Well, he was elected.
I know. That's not the point. I said, should he? That wasn't the question. I said, should he?
You're asking me if I think he should have been?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, the will of the people elected him.
That is simple. You asking him, should Donald Trump be elected? He won majority of the votes. He beats Kamala Harris down. He beats her. One of the most best election ever in U.S. history. So that guy was saying nonsense, garbage. The point of what is important is that should illegal aliens be allowed to America? Absolutely no. Should they bring them back that have been deported? Absolutely no. 80% of people who were deported in America had criminal charges. That is big. That 80%, guys, out of 100, 80% of them have criminal charges. It is serious. The woman said that there was a black guy who said he's not concerned about the drug as long as they're not hurting people. You're selling drug in America. You are hurting people. Have you seen people who take drugs? And drugs. A lot of them, they are destabilized in their life. Americans who are destabilized. A lot of them have died through drugs. This is crazy, guys. This is serious. Seeing Americans even signing that, you are against America. Once I see that you sign that, you are absolutely against America. You are the problem we have in America. Because you're supporting them bringing back illegal aliens. It's terrible. You can't even house them. You are making excuses. You can't house them. You don't like strangers. but you want them back. So why do you expect them to stay? Is it the hypocrisy of people who are in America? See, that's why Trump is the best president that America have ever had in their history. Because if we are having such people like these people who are signing this, who are against America, speak out. We follow that way, the way Kamala Harris is supporting and following those people, their ways. You see how America was going down. You're seeing how America was getting, even Joe Biden was following that way. Because you're supporting illegal aliens, allowing people crossing the borders, coming in. They're committing havoc. They're undocumented people. They're committing serious havoc. People are being killed. People are being raped. People are being kidnapped, guys. These are Americans that are passing through these problems now because we allowed illegal aliens into our country. It is very, very serious. There's people who are speaking right now because, number one, they have never experienced when these illegal aliens have never done something bad to them. Tell a mother who loses her child because illegal aliens killed her child to allow them in. They will never. Tell a dad who his child was kidnapped by illegal aliens to allow them enter in. They will never. These people have never experienced the problems or the issues that illegal aliens have caused directly. Indirectly, they have experienced it. But directly, when they have kidnapped, they have assaulted, they have raped. It is serious. I don't know how we have Americans like this who are against America. How do you expect America to grow whereas you are against the country you are living in? Comment down below what you think about this video. Give us a thumbs up. Share this video as many as you can. Subscribe to our channel, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you stay safe.